Hi, family. How are you? I hope y'all are doing fantastic. I am well. I wanted to check in with y'all. I know it's been a while, and I really needed to come and say hi, see how y'all are doing. Things have been really, like somewhat intense. I've been being attacked on all fronts. The physical, the mental, and the spiritual. I think that's how they hit it. Like, black magic, energy weapons, and, yeah, and then just weird, like, apps to mess with your mind, to try to mess with your mind. Their weapons are not exactly effective, from what I'm seeing. What I think is going on is, as we evolve spiritually, we evolve mentally, we also evolve physically, like our DNA evolves. So as they attack us, our bodies basically become immune. We get a defense system to it, and then they have to up their game. Okay, so this is all for entertainment purposes only, folks, because pretty much I cannot prove in the physical anything I say. I mean, I do have confirmations here and there, but it's all my intuition. But it's crazy coming online, and yeah, there's a lot to it. So I was gonna pull some cards and just see what Spirit wants to talk about, because there's just so much going on. At the bottom of the deck, I get focus. Stuck. So Spirit wants us to focus. And I've been seeing this. It's like serious time for to be laser focused and have discernment on point. And this task has become easier and easier as we level up. So yeah, things are coming out of the woodwork that I think we've all deep down known. But it's coming to the surface now, and it's going to continue to come to the surface. And I've been shown even way more, like this whole new world coming in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's being led by one of our devil incarnates in the Vatican, my favorite, Pepe. I'm pretty sure he's somehow infiltrating the president of this country. He's running the show. And also, like, there's so much pointing me in the direction of believing that the children on both sides of this, I feel like there's two factions of major players that are fighting against each other right now. and they're going to continually be throwing each other under the bus. So that's what's going on there. It's a good show, for sure. And I told you guys before, they were just like, everybody's just going to start snitching on each other because there's no loyalty among thieves. So, so we got the moon coming up here. Feelings and subconscious coming out with Pluto. Which is shadow and mysticism. A lot of these things in the shadows are going to come to the light through our subconscious and our feelings, our intuition, our gnosis, things we just know. I keep on hearing there's a shadow in the technology, which I think we've all known and know. Edge of the Eternal, 7. We're like pushing through the crust of this dense shadowland. Isn't that a song? I think it's Crosby, Stills, and Nash, isn't it? Anyway. Card number 7, this is a transition. We're transitioning into a whole new realm. And our bodies are transforming. I keep on being shown images of crystalline structures, or like I was shown a reference of water forming into ice and how it actually expands because of the crystalline structure. Somehow we're going to be able to hold a higher frequency than those that remain in the densities of the shadows. I've been seeing this for a while too, and I was shown it again. It's like, it's almost like I just saw them all like ceasing to exist in like one instance, like all at the same time. It's just, I saw it again today, which in my mind was confirmation, because I saw all this stuff last year, and it's like I'm on this spiral of knowledge, and I keep on hitting the same points, but with a little bit clearer understanding. You know how intuition is, like peeling back the layers or getting more details. Our physical structures are actually changing. Those who have evolved spiritually and mentally have also been evolving physically. which is how you're still standing. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of people that are not. If you look at statistics, I don't know if you ever do, but population is drastically decreasing. I forget what my point was with that. Confidence is the key to success. New moon in Leo. Focus. Confidence in your intuition. Confidence in your feelings. Your ability to discern the shadow from the light. I said a long time ago, you had to pick a side. Because if you don't, well, you picked by not picking a side. You chose the darkness. But by choosing the light, you naturally evolve and basically create a protection from what the dark side is trying to do to Earth right now. Dragonfly, magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. So it's about confidence in your magic. Your magic to create the new world. It's strange. It's like it's like the dark force is mimicking what they knew we were gonna do, what we were up to. With their whole new world and everything, like that's what the plan has been all along. That's exactly what the plan is. But of course, like they do everything, they perversed it, twisted it, and now things have just gotten over the top crazy. As a lot of you have probably noticed. And it's literally them, you know, doing some weird battles, destroying each other. Everything that they do. Here's another download I got. I'm not going to call them downloads anymore. Here's something else I was told. Because we're not going to buy into the whole, making ourselves inorganic. I'm not doing that anymore. So anyways, I was told, no, I'm sidetracked. Oh, what was it? I guess it'll come back to me. It's being blocked right now. They are definitely able, like they're constantly in my head. They're able to scrub my memory. It's really odd. One of the weapons is actually set up almost directly, like, just right outside my window. I can see a light on it from my window that was put there since I moved here. And then there was one put right by the father of my daughter's place. It was so weird. So anyways, or maybe it's not that strange. I definitely feel those attacks. I definitely feel it. But it was something I believe that I was organically equipped to handle. Like I said, we evolve. It's like as our bodies are injured, we repair them, and we repair them better than before. Like when you break a bone, it repairs stronger than it was before. So the chances of breaking it again are less. You know, our skin is self-repairing, and all that stuff. Like the same is true for our DNA and everything else. We're evolving with whatever it is that they're shooting at us. It's making us evolve. Probably quicker. It reminds me of, gosh, what is that movie called? They're so messing with my head right now. I'm gonna pull some cards. Deadpool. It reminds me of Deadpool. That's what they're doing to us right now. They're torturing us and making us into superheroes. I'm convinced of it. So, this crazy storm going over our country right now. It's unbelievable. There's huge amounts of snow in places that never get snow here. Like the whole country is just blanketed. I don't know if they're trying to hide some kind of activity underground or something, because snow is a sound barrier. And as you know, oh my gosh, everything everything they do, they don't tell us what they're doing, obviously, but I try to figure out exactly what it is. Like, why blanket the whole country in snow? What's the purpose? What are they trying to hide? And I really want to somehow get to the bottom of what's going on with these children. That every person at the top, I'm finding, is involved. And I don't know. We just need to not be deceived. It's really bothering me. That's really been bothering me a lot lately. I've had a lot of flashes of the torture, all that stuff. I don't know if I brought it on myself. I was trying to comfort some souls, and I feel like I got bombarded. Not bombarded in a bad way, just in a surprising way. So yeah, this has been going on for a while, but I'm really struggling with what it is that I can do besides make sure that everybody is putting their thinking caps on and seeing through this illusion of, you know, they're all the same as my friend Little Pepe. You know, they're all the same breed. They're all in the same club. They might be fighting each other, but they're still all ultimately in the same club. And that club is a real issue for me. So, they're not fooling me. I want to make that clear. I see what's going on. It's disgusting. I've got lots of little mouths telling on you. The ones you thought you silenced. So. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. Anyways, they're trying to cover their tracks right now. Juggling. They're burning down operations, exploding, moving, sacrificing. They're sacrificing a lot. That was another thing I talked about last year that I wanted to really been thinking about it, is the fact that there really isn't that many of them. There's the shapeshifters, which I believe are run on a program anyway. I don't think that they don't have souls. And then there's the fallen angels. And I think there's there's just not that many of them. They just happen to be able to incarnate in more than one body at a time. And it seems to me they're, you know, in control of these clones, you know, like they're literally just puppets. So yeah, there's a lot to that too. I told you, I've been thinking a lot. I'll pull some more cards. Engagement ring. Higher commitment, eternity, partnership, and union. And completion. Clarify. It comes in right under Pluto. Empowerment journey. Suggests reclaiming your power through self-awareness at the edge of the eternal. I'm doing a reading right now. And mirror. It looks to me like this is talking about divine unions. And your divine partner mirroring you at this time. Standing at the edge of the eternal. At the edge of this compressed crust of shadow. That's literally about to implode under its own weight. Because it has no substance, nothing to support its, no foundation, nothing to support its structure. I'm seeing the fall of Babylon. There's a partnership coming in here. This shit is like so surreal, y'all. It just really is. Soul contracts. I hate this white lettering. Suggests agreements made with others to learn and evolve together. That's where the magic is. The magic is coming in this partnership. And it's the key to your success. It's so surreal. My mouth is dry. I feel like I'm dissociating from this world and like in dissociation mode. Plus they're wiping my memory. They don't like me talking because when I talk, I speak whatever I feel I should. I don't hold back, so they feel like they need to hold me back. They need to stop me. They need to keep me from saying what it is that I say. Inverted Page of Swords. They're trying to figure out their next move by spying on the collective. They're not. Apparently, they're changing. They watch the collective and then they make their moves accordingly. It's like a flippin' chess game. When you move, I move. Just like that. So they're watching. Waiting. Anticipating. This is just funny. And then we have the Eight of Cups here. They're planning some kind of escape. They literally want to get away from this union. They want to be as far away from this union as possible. I still can't fathom. But you know, like, everything changes when love is added to the mix. Like, you've probably seen those studies that there's this Japanese scientist that does these studies where he speaks kind words or degrading words to he did it with, okay, the last study I saw, he did it with rice, and he had 3 jars with rice and water in them, and every day he would, to the one jar, the first jar of rice, he would thank it. He would say thank you. And then the second jar of rice, he would tell it that it was worthless. And then the third jar of rice, he ignored. And after a period of time, the first jar of rice that he thanked fermented and created a favorable, outcome, aroma. And then the second one that was told it was worthless turned black. But the third one that was completely ignored, it rotted. So it's like worst case scenario. He also did an experiment with plants the same way. Like, the way he talked to plants changed how they grew. And he did one with, I think it was the same scientist. I don't know. But I think it was all done in Japan at least. And then he did one with ice, with water as it formed into ice crystals. And he would change his words as those ice crystals were forming, and depending on the words he said, the ice crystals formed like just the strangest things. Like, it was just crazy, the difference. I studied this in art too, like with painting, the lines used. If you use flowing, curved lines, it creates a very happy feeling. If you use jagged lines, it's very chaotic and like angry. So anyways, it looks to me like they would like to leave this dimension prior to this union, because with the addition to love in these divine unions is going to create some effect that's very terrifying to these people. And it's probably the collapse of their structures, their implosion. It's probably the increase of those on the Jedi Force, that chose to evolve. Will be able to withstand a frequency that the Earth is going to be at. And it has something to do with this union. It's going to increase the frequency. Or it's going to get people to evolve to the point where they can stand a frequency that these runners know they cannot withstand. And I was being shown, like, it's frequency from what I understand, but I was being shown, like, it's like air pressure, like they can't stand the air pressure. They don't have enough stability to withstand the pressure, and they're gonna crumble. So that's interesting. And like I said in my last reading, I think they're trying to get out of this dimension. And I'm starting to see references to CERN all of a sudden again. I don't know if that has to do with how they plan on getting out of this dimension before it collapses. Inverted Eight of Pentacles. 8-8. Yeah, they're trying to run away from this nefarious work that they've been doing before they have to pay any kind of consequence. But their biggest fear right now is, I feel, the public humiliation that they're about to experience due to the fact that the crimes that they have committed are more disgusting than you or I ever even want to think about. It is just absolutely deplorable. There is not a human being on earth that is going to understand or have compassion for what it is that they have done to these children. Five of Coins. You see that? It says sale. As I'm speaking about these children. I don't know if they're selling them. Honestly, they might be selling them through a portal too. Because that came in right underneath this mirror. It just kind of, it's possible that these children are being sold off-world. What I don't get is if they can, I don't know, if they can get off-world, if they can, why haven't, well, they're not done with this place, I guess. They just want to get out of here before divine unions come together. And they're doing everything in their power to prevent that. Seven of Swords. They're stealing. They're yeah, they're still planning on oh God. They're still planning on mining Earth for human beings. And minerals for weapons. Lithium specifically is one that I know of. Inverted Ten of Coins. Somehow they're watching the collective to see how they're doing with all of their money in their pockets. They strip the collective of their finances in so many ways, like in every way. They have the upper hand because they're in control of everything. Everything. Almost everything. I shouldn't say they're in control of everything. You know what they're not in control of? Authentic people. They're not in control of the Jedi Force. And that's something else too. Like, they can get in your head. Don't let them fool you. They can get in your head. And like, they can hear your thoughts. They can, I mean, it's ridiculous. They can hear your thoughts. They can, and literally argue with you in your own head. Give you counter arguments and try to convince you of things. And, you know, they have a way of mimicking telepathy. Like, they can communicate with you telepathically as a false person. And I think a lot of that is made possible because most of these things that we're dealing with are clones, and they don't have a soul. They have an energy imprint of a person that once had a soul. These clones don't have souls. So they can be easily puppeted. God, they're doing it again. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, it's like anything can be inserted into these clones. Anything can control them. And it's a very small group of people that, a little boys club, I was just told to say that, that are controlling this. And they're, oh my gosh. Dude, Monterey is just like chiming in. He's getting rowdy. They're just really like sick and twisted individuals, men. They hate women. They love children in a very sick and twisted way. And they can control any of these clones. So these are the people I'm seeing, like my friend Pepe, and then like all the other like ultra rich old school families that you could probably Google. They're the ones who are puppeteering all these clones in the political arenas and in even like the royal family and Hollywood. They're the ones doing it all. It goes deeper than that, but I don't even want to get into that right now because it's just like so Star Wars. It gets really crazy. But maybe I'll get into that story again someday. It's just, man, I'm gonna have to write a book about this stuff someday because it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. The High Priestess. So the High Priestess is seeing these dirty deeds that are being done through intuition, through our spirit guides. Everything is made of love. It's part of the same, I don't know. They're blocking me again. Oh, I hate it when they do this. So you can see their works. You can see what they're doing. You can see their efforts to try to suck love out of the world, because love is what is going to transform this place and transform those who came to this dimension to save humans, turn them into a more formidable force, is what I just heard. Okay. They're getting upset. I don't even know, like, I barely know how this matters anymore, that I even uncover this stuff, but it just does somehow. It does matter. It matters that everybody can discern what's going on right now, and that nobody's fooled, and that everybody focuses, and that everybody uses their magic, and everybody sees through this illusion and understands that they are literally buying and selling people. They're stealing them and using them as a commodity. Their body parts. I mean, I got into this too, and like, oh my gosh. Here's the thing though. There's not that many of them. And if everybody has their eyes open to them, they can't they can't continue in this way. They just can't. I don't care how ignorant some people want to act to what's going on around them right now, because it seems like a lot of the world is still like delusional. Just when you think people are starting to see the light, it's like all they did was, you see, they just got fooled into another scam, another trick, another illusion. And possibly that's because they didn't pick a side. They don't have the direction of love on their side. The force of love. Four of Swords. That was another thing. The sword symbolism. I don't know if anybody's been watching me for a while, but this sword symbolism to me, the sword symbolism is straight up what I've been talking about. With children, they use it to like it's like one of their symbols, one of their signs, what they stand for, which is basically sacrificing humans. And I just keep on, they're taking them off planet. I'm not sure why they're trying to destroy where they create all these beings to sell. I think that they know that the end is coming, so they're just trying to get as much as they can out of this before they make their grand exit, or that they think they're gonna be able to get out of here, but they're not. They're not getting out of here. I see you, and I know you hear me. You're not getting out of here. Just so you know. You're being watched. And family, this has nothing to do with you, and I'm so sorry, but I can just feel this energy. They're watching. And I want to make sure that you know you're not going to be able to escape. I suppose there's time to switch directions, save face, save children, dismantle this operation. There is time for all that. Repent, take accountability, and get yourself out of this mess. That's really the only conversation to be had here. There's a lot of suffering that could be stopped right now. Like right now. It's happening right now. You could stop it right now. Maybe you could make up a plea bargain or something. Get a good deal. Because you all are going down. Guaranteed. You see the writing on the wall. Save face. Be the hero. You guys are such a joke, though. Such a joke. So anyways, it doesn't look like they have much smarts about them. Inverted Three of Wands underneath the Seven of Swords. So it looks to me like whatever it is that these people are trying to steal, they're not going to get away with it. They're not. Their plans are not going to be launched off the ground. This plan to harvest this planet and get out of here is like, seriously, God, they're messing with me. Oh, y'all are funny. It ends in failure. You guys have to know this. You have to know this. You know this plan is ending in failure. You think you're going to escape, but you're not. So I guess, I would have faith in that if I were you. If I were going to bet, I would say that every single one of you is going to take accountability for what you've done, and you're going to go through an extreme amount of public shame. So, I suggest you be the hero. That's what I would do if I was in your shoes. I really don't want to read on this anymore. What time is it? Oh my gosh. That was a time warp. I cannot believe I just talked for that long. That's so trippy, y'all. I just want to say that this is spiritual warfare, which is also can be physical, and it can also be mental. And they play this game with us. And some of y'all might be too sensitive for this information, and I get that. I get that. But don't mistake that for thinking that this is negative and doesn't need to be taken care of. We've all been tasked with different things that we're told to do by source. And, you know, it's not necessarily all unicorns and rainbows all the time. It just isn't. I wish it was. You know, I really do. But to ignore what is actually happening, to me is like not picking a side. It's really important to pick a side in these situations. So, you know, and make your stance known. They all do it. They all flash their signs and wear their allegiance to the devil. So, therefore, so should we, you know? I mean, pick a side, right? So anyways, so yeah, I'm sorry it can't all be like rainbows and unicorns. I really am. I'm so sorry. And I love you all. I love you. To any of my family that made it through to the end of this, I'm sorry for what you had to hear, but I know the right people heard it, and that's all that matters at this point. And yeah, and the real sensitives will understand. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.